This is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to do the grit stitch. And I'm not sure 100% if this is the proper name for the stitch. I saw it on a site and that's what she called it. And I'm looking for a basic pretty stitch to go for this beginner item I'm making. And so I thought that I would teach it to you because it's so pretty. And she calls it the grit stitch. So if it's not called a grit stitch, please feel free to leave a comment. And I can't correct the video obviously, but I can add it in the description box. So for this project, all you're going to need is some wash weight yarn or any kind of yarn. The stitch can be done in any size hook and any size yarn, but for the tutorial I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. So a size H hook for the US. So get that and some wash weight yarn or whatever kind of yarn you want to use, and let's get started. Now to begin this stitch, it's in multiples of 2. So chain the amount of number that you want for your project and make sure that it's an even number. So I have a chain of 20. So you get it in multiples of 2, and then you go ahead and chain 1 and then begin in that first stitch. I like to do a single crochet in the first row. So do a single crochet in each stitch down your chain, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Get done with your single crochets. You want to chain 1 and turn. Now in your very first stitch, you want to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into that first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then you'll skip the next stitch, and then in the following stitch you will put a single crochet and a double crochet in that same stitch. So single crochet and then a double crochet. Then you'll skip the next stitch, and then the next one you'll do the same thing. Single crochet and then a double crochet in the same stitch. And that's the pattern you'll repeat to the end. Skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch put a single crochet and a double crochet worked into the same stitch. So continue that down your row, and when you reach the end of your row I will show you what to do. Okay, I've reached my very last stitch, and in this very last stitch just put a half double crochet. Then again you just want to chain 1, back up just a bit, you just want to chain 1 and turn. For row 2, which is going to be the same way that you work the stitch, just going to be a repeat, is again you want to half double crochet in this first stitch, 3 loops, and then pull through all 3 loops, and then you will skip the next stitch, which is the double crochet, and then you'll want to be working in the single crochet, and in the single crochet you'll do the exact same thing you did last row, working 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Going to be just like last row. The only difference is you'll be working in the single crochets this row and for all your rows. So again you'll skip the next stitch, which is the double crochet, and in the single crochet you'll work a single crochet and a double crochet in that same stitch. So just continue that all the way to the end of your row. Reach the end again, and then the very last stitch again you want to do a half double crochet, and then again you will chain 1 and turn and begin your row again with the half double crochet, and then you will repeat exactly what you did last row, skipping the first stitch, which is a double crochet, and working your stitch into the single crochet. And that is it. And I'm going to show you here on this sweater that I'm making. this is how you do the grit stitch. Now if you find this stitch somewhere else that has another name, please let me know. Like I said, I found this on another site when I was looking for a basic but pretty stitch to go with this sweater that I'm making my son, which will be in a future tutorial. I found this nice little stitch. It seems simple enough, and I just wanted to use it, but she calls it the grit stitch, so it may not be called that, so we'll just have to see. Oops, I have it backwards. Anyway, it's worked in rows back and forth, so the front will look the same as the back. But I hope that this tutorial helps you, and I'm going to keep working on the sweater, and I'm going to get it out to you as soon as I can, hopefully the next tutorial. So that is it for now. Enjoy the grit stitch.